In a political world where every word can ignite a storm, one resurfaced clip has shaken the entire stage. Tonight we dive into the controversy, the backlash, and the dramatic fallout that could change everything. Buckle up, it's about to get intense. Daily Magazine News. The dim lights of the studio created an atmosphere thick with tension. For several days now, an old video circulating across social media had placed one of America's most prominent political figures, Bernie Sanders, right in the center of controversy. In the clip, Kamala Harris's striking remarks from years ago seemed to challenge Sanders' political stance head-on. But this wasn't just about an old video. It had sparked a fresh debate that millions were watching unfold in real time. Recorded nearly 5 years ago, the footage showed Harris harshly criticizing Sanders' economic plans during a live broadcast, calling them detached from reality. She had gone on to say, "The American people deserve leadership rooted not in imagination but in concrete solutions." At the time, her comments had only made a brief splash in the media, quickly dismissed by Sanders' team. But now, on the brink of a major election cycle, the clip had resurfaced, igniting a storm across social media platforms. On Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, the video was watched millions of times, gathering thousands of comments. Many argued that Harris's words still rang true today, while Sanders' political vision had failed to evolve over the years. In response to the growing controversy, Sanders agreed to appear on a popular news program, one notorious for fueling political debates like this. The studio's setup looked more like an interrogation chamber than a talk show stage. Across from Sanders sat 3 journalists, leaning toward the microphones on the table, their eyes locked on him with piercing intensity. Behind them, a massive screen displayed a frozen image from Harris's now viral clip. The first journalist, with a calm but cutting tone, asked, "Senator Sanders, in this clip, Kamala Harris plainly states that your policies are unrealistic. Years have passed, yet you continue to champion the same agenda. Could this be seen by the American people as a lack of vision?" The question made the air in the studio feel heavier. Sanders placed his hands on the table and paused briefly before responding. "My policies are centered on the well-being of the American people, ensuring access to healthcare and fighting income inequality. Years have gone by, but these issues remain unresolved. If we're going to talk about realism, we must first admit that these problems still exist." But another journalist quickly cut in, "With all due respect, Senator, that's exactly the point Harris was making in this clip. You've had big promises for years, but the execution remains unclear. Critics say that makes your agenda feel utopian rather than practical. How do you respond?" As the broadcast aired, live social media commentary exploded. Many viewers sided with Harris, saying her criticism was still valid and Sanders' answers lacked force. Younger voters in particular flooded the feed with remarks like, "It's time for new leadership." Still, Sanders' loyal supporters saw things differently. They viewed Harris's resurfaced critique as nothing more than political maneuvering, praising Sanders for remaining consistent and principled for years. Yet the prevailing narrative online was clear. Sanders had failed to mount a strong enough defense during the broadcast. As the segment concluded, cameras captured Sanders quietly exiting the studio, brushing past a flurry of questions from the press before slipping into his vehicle. Even that moment went viral under the headline, "Sanders gives up." Within hours, clips from the program, with the headline, "He got destroyed," dominated social media trends. Reaction videos, heated debates, and political analyses flooded every platform. Some claimed Sanders' influence on the political stage had finally faded, while others argued Harris's sharp words might shape the upcoming elections. Political analysts were quick to point out the potential damage to Sanders' campaign. Harris's critique had not only reopened old wounds, but also reignited doubts about the feasibility of his proposals, particularly among undecided voters. Sanders' team, however, wasted no time launching a counter-strategy on social media. A campaign spokesperson released a statement saying, "Wow. This clip only proves one thing. Senator Sanders has been consistently fighting for the same core issues for years, showing an unwavering commitment to the American people. Now, the political arena is holding its breath. Will Sanders issue a fiery rebuttal and reclaim control of the narrative? Or will he attempt to downplay the controversy and let the storm pass?" One thing is certain, this resurfaced clip could reshape not only Sanders' future, but Kamala Harris's as well. Thank you for watching. Remember, this story is a fictional dramatization created purely for entertainment purposes. None of the events or dialogues represent real-life situations or statements. Stay tuned for more intense, thought-provoking narratives where reality meets imagination.